biggest question, are you keeping up to speed with your desire? No, don't lie to us. Don't lie to us. Life causes expansion. And in the moment of the launching, which often comes from a contrasting moment, you're nowhere near what you're asking for. In fact, if someone said, "What do you want?" you would be more likely to explain what just went wrong than you would what you want. So that's all right. That's the process that you planned on when you came into this time and space for the purpose of being inspired to your personal preferences. And we want so much for you to hear that. Your personal preferences matter, but unless you are standing in a place of worthy feeling expectation, then there's often a gap, a vibrational gap between the contrast you just lived and your knowing what you do not want for sure, and your launching of a clear rocket of desire that you're more detached from than connected to at first. And that's the work, closing that gap, launching, closing the gap, and being the profound, new, expanded version of you. And the good news is that's your work. And the other good news is you can't stop that from being your experience. So many humans would like to. They would like to stop all contrast, which means for most, I've lived life and I know what I like, and I'd like you to all know what I like, and I'd like you to live what I like so that I don't have to deal with contrast anymore. Because I like alignment. I don't like that gap. And we want you to like the gap. If you don't like it, we want you to accept it. That gets no one anywhere ever. Accept it. But when you don't have a choice, you're more likely to do it. And haven't you noticed, someone said the other day on a broadcast, she wasn't exactly complaining, she was just sort of stating the facts of her observation. I'm doing the work, and she is, and she's doing good at it. But it seems like I just do another process and soothe myself, and another process and soothe myself, and another process and soothe myself. And is there ever going to be a time that I don't have to do that work? No. That's the work. So there's something about accepting it not as something that I have to do, but something that is of value to do, and something that is fun to do, and something that, when I get my hands in that clay, is so satisfying. When you connect the dots that you chose, you weren't exactly in alignment with your choice, but you wanted to be, not only because you want the better feeling choice, but because you want the better feeling of the better feeling choice. So it's the better feeling that you're going for, but that's hard to accept. No, I'm pretty sure I just want him in my bed now. I want the money in the bank tomorrow, today, now. I'm pretty sure that it's the demonstration, materialization, manifestation of what I want that I want. I'm sure of it. I'm sure that the absence of it has inspired me to want the presence of it. So Abraham, please don't give me that gobbledygook about feeling better anyway. And we say, we want you to feel better anyway. You're conditioned to this physical manifestation because, well, for a number of reasons, you're really good at it. You're born with energy translators. You can see it, hear it, smell it, taste it, touch it. So you're really good at observing what is. And if what you're observing of what is completely pleasing to you, it will never be completely because you're expanding constantly. But if it's pleasing to you, then it feels good in the observing of it. But if you get hooked on needing to observe something that causes you to feel good, then you get demanding, like so many people on your planet, where you're just demanding that people stand on their heads, that they give up what they want, that they completely disregard their own self-interest, which everyone is born with, and somehow find a way to comply with your self-interest. And that is not ever going to happen. You don't want that to happen. You think you want that to happen. That's harmony. No, that's not. That's one note and it's boring. Harmony is a lot of notes playing and you tuning yourself to pick from among the notes that are playing to activate within your point of attraction the vibration that attracts the harmony from the masses, from the most, from the all. And when you reach that place of getting it, that you are the tuner, you are the pointer, you are the decider, you are the offerer of a vibration, and the law of attraction is responding to the vibration that you offer, period, then you might feel backed enough into a corner of that's how it is. Law of attraction is responding to how I feel. And so we want to say how you feel is how you feel, and how you feel is what you get. Because the law of attraction is responding to your vibration, which is about how you feel. So how you feel is how you feel. We get it. How you feel is how you feel. How you feel is how you feel. That rat bastard. How I feel is how I feel. How you feel is how you feel. How you feel is how you feel. And how you feel is what you're getting. And that is so confounding to so many, because you know that everybody doesn't make you feel like that. So you'd like that makes you feel like that to be different than that, because you don't want to feel like that. And that is why you put so much resistance into your point of attraction. And that's really what we want you to walk out of here knowing more about today. We're just going to tell you really briefly exactly how it all works. You are non-physical energy, and focus part of that energy into this time and space and this body. Splat. And when you got here, you began right away assimilating, observing. And in your observation, you developed patterns of vibration, because that's what thought does. It is vibration. And you emanated it, and the law of attraction reflected back to you precisely the emanation of your vibration. Now you want to say, I don't think I had a lot of choice, because I was born, we said you chose that. But I was born there, we say you chose that. With them, you chose that too. And rather than spending the rest of your life trying to explain to you why, we just want to say, you chose that because you knew that that position could be completely and continually, and would be completely and continually modified to match the new decisions that you were making because of your worthy and blessed opportunity to explore and decide for yourself. So when someone was rude, you knew you didn't want more of that. You wanted niceness. When you are rude, you know you don't want that. You know how that feels. Not enough of something you want more of that, and too much of something you don't want. You want less of that and more of something on the other end of the vibrational stick. Your life is working for you because it is focusing you into constant requests that are emanating from you, whether you know that they are or not. And those requests, we call it launching rockets of desire, is so big and so lovely and so wonderful. Because as you launch that rocket, one by one, as you launch those rockets, the inner being part of you that was you before you knew you, who still remains non-physically focused, embraces the new decision that you've made and gives that non-resisted, not divided attention. Now, that doesn't feel very exciting to you, because you can't observe it, you can't see it, hear it, smell it, taste it, touch it, but you could be aware of it. We'll talk a lot about that here today. That non-physical part of you, who is inextricably you, is focused upon your choices. The question is, are you? Are you focused upon the choice that life evoked from you? Or are you standing in the place of defensiveness and irritation that something unwanted caused you to launch that rocket? And in your not knowing how this works, and in your not trusting yourself, in your not understanding the law of attraction, and in your not understanding your point of attraction. If you're like most humans, you're just thinking all over the place, and you're attracting all over the place, and you're getting wanted and unwanted, and you don't really get why you're getting what you're getting. And then if you're like most people, you're standing in groups to try to gain power over others instead of hooking into your own power and tending to your own point of attraction and watching in real time the energy that creates worlds flow through you, answering your requests, turning your thoughts to things. Your thoughts to things. You get to turn your thoughts to experiences, to life, to material things, to real things, to things that you can see and hear and smell and touch and taste, rendezvous with.